One aspect that I think is not so flattering about KU is Johnson Hall. See, I live in Johnson Hall, and when I first got my room, I thought it was cool. But then I started to look around, and I needed to fill out a damage form so that I would not be charged for anything that was already here. So I started looking around my room because I was curious about what they might have possibly meant, and I found out what they meant. So, one of the damages that I noticed, well, if you consider it a damage, but on my window, there are all these marks, and these marks are from the last person who left all of the sticky residue from their Post-it notes all over. And that was something that I actually missed, because when I walked in, my blinds, which are also not in the nicest shape, were all the way down, and it wasn't something that I would have figured would be wrong. I mean, why do you expect that there's going to be this crap all over your window? So hopefully I won't get charged for that. Another not so pretty thing about my room is that I noticed there was damage and marks all over the doors. Now these, lucky me, I actually was able to find, and I was able to put it on my damage form, and so I will not get in any trouble for those. So that's definitely a plus. Another thing about Johnson Hall is that if we have something damaging happen to our floor, we will get in trouble as a floor if nobody fesses up to the damage. And part of that could possibly be something like a hole in the mall, right in the middle of the hallway. And if nobody fesses up to this, then the entire floor is gonna get charged. I mean, I'll tell you what, I wasn't even here during the weekend, and I can be confirmed that I was at work the entire time. It just, the silly things that we can get in trouble for and get charged for here. Another thing is the bathrooms. There's actually not a whole lot wrong with the bathrooms right now, but it's not so much per se Johnson's fault, but the people who live in Johnson. And sometimes I have walked into the bathrooms when there is blood all over the seats. There's blood all over the sinks. It's kind of nasty. I asked people the next day what happened, and they say, oh, so-and-so had a nosebleed, but I can clearly tell it was not just a nosebleed. That was a lot of blood. So, it's kind of scary sometimes. Yeah, it's not so flattering of an aspect in Johnson when people come as freshmen and they need to be put in this dorm, and that's the kind of stuff that they see. Not to mention, nothing's really been updated in here. I've gone to other halls and I've seen the other stuff, and other halls are very nice and pretty, and Johnson is all this broken down wooden equipment. So, yep, it's the not so flattering aspect of Kutztown in my eyes.